Hi everybody, Merry Christmas. Well, we can't sugarcoat it, can we? It's been a stinker of a year. It really, really has. But if we have to pull positives, and of course we do, I have to say I have been overwhelmed by the resilience and the creativity, the determination and the indomitable spirit of the arts community. I am totally awed. I'm so grateful and thankful myself that I've clung on to a job, but so sad to have seen so many of my friends, desperate to contribute, but just unable to. But it will change. So I do hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Catch your breath, because hopefully you're going to need all your energy for 2021. All the best.
Hello there, nice to see you, and you come out of that wind and rain. Well, it is Scotland, I mean, come on. Anyway, I'm John Carmichael, and I'm delighted to be asked by Cheryl to play a wee tune or two on her musical advent calendar, along with a number of friends. So, what I'd like to do is a wee Christmas jig or two, and that's your chance to go in the cupboard and get your wooden clogs out, and we'll do a wee jig round the kitchen table. Time to head for the mulled wine, or whatever you fancy. There we go. Just a wee Christmas tune or two to get started. Well, it's been a kind of pretty disastrous time, naturally, all around since the start of this, but musicians and all that have been trying to do our best to join in. I'm in the older age group, so I'm kind of retired, but I've been delighted to play tunes practically every day up until a few weeks ago there. On Facebook, so 180 odd bits and pieces, and a lot of laughs from that, a lot of laughs from the folks up north, and quite often more attraction to the flowers and the display and the jersey than the actual tunes, but as long as it keeps folk happy. So we're all delighted to kind of join in and do a wee bit, and we're all hoping that, as you are yourselves, that into the new year 2021 things will get nearer back to what they used to be, especially if we keep the heat, or as Mr. Leach says, wash your hands, stay in the house and all that stuff. So anyway, we do hope you all have as pleasant a time as you possibly can over Christmas, and especially over New Year. And just be very careful with the mind-altering substances. Sometimes you can lose the place. So there you go. We're doing our best to kind of stick a wee bit on here and keep people going. And till we see you again, you look after yourselves, as I say. Stay in the house, wash your hands, open your glass inside, and enjoy the Christmas and New Year when it comes. And we'll see you again soon, we hope. Toodaloo the doo.
Hello, my name is Rosie Lavery, and this is Anne Hawthorne. And together we are absolutely delighted to be making a wee Christmassy video for you all after the year that we've all had.
I'm sure you don't need to be told by now that everyone in the arts have suffered one way or another this year, but for now we are using our talents for good, and we are hoping that next year brings a lot more happiness and a lot more work, or at least a lot more support. We hope you enjoy.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. As in olden days,
Tooraloo. Tooraloo, 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 tooraloo. Pada pada pan. Pada 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 pan. Pada 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 pada. Bring your little drum, Robin, bring your pipe. Pada 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 pipe. Tooraloo, pada 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 pada. We will listen while you play for a joyful Christmas day. Pada 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 on the fife and drum they play for a joyful Christmas day. Tune than fife and drum, so be merry while you play. Tooraloo, pada pada pada, come be merry while you play for a joyful Christmas day. Pada 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 pam, pa la 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 la, 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 pa la la.
Hello, I'm Michael Barnett, and thank you so much for tuning in to watch Gordon and Cheryl's wonderful idea of this melange of Christmas music. For folk like myself, Christmas is a busy time full of concerts and events, and it's such a great sadness that these won't be happening, bringing the Christmas cheer and colour and sounds of Christmas to venues around the country, and also for charity concerts which raise so much money for very good causes indeed. We'll miss those very much and hope that we get back to those as soon as possible. Stay safe, have a great Christmas, and here's a little medley for you, whether you're celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, or just like a good tune. Thanks very much.
A mashup. Thank you.
Hello there. Well, with Christmas approaching, it's makes me be mindful of my contemporaries who are singers, who are musicians, who are actors, who aren't earning money at the moment. What a wonderful bunch of people you are, having worked in the business way back. It was just awesome, inspiring, amazing. You'll be back. I know you will be back. I just want to lend my support and say very Merry Christmas, and 2021 is going to be better. God bless you all.
Hello everyone. Let's introduce ourselves. This is my husband, Adam Day.
And this is my wife, Marilyn Hill Smith. 3 of the nicest people I know. And we just wanted to let you know that during lockdown, we've been entertaining ourselves with music and laughter like this.
With a smile and a song, life is just like a bright sunny day. Your cares fade away and your heart is young. With a smile and a song, all the world seems to waken anew, rejoicing with you as the song is sung.
Hey, Dapper Man, hey, Doberman, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be Beau Brummely, they stand out a mile. Remember, you're never fully dressed without a...
When you smile and you sing, everything is in tune and it's spring and life flows along with a smile and a song.
So senator, so janitor, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed, though you may wear the best. You're never fully dressed without a
smile. Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your tears and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. If you just smile. Happy Christmas, everyone!
Hello, everybody. You know, Christmas isn't just about baby Judas riding into Jericho on a monkey. It's also, not monkey, donkey, riding on a donkey. It's also about buying presents, eating lots and lots of chocolate, and some geese, or gooses if you're hungry. And it's worth remembering, have I got that the right way around? Because, it's near enough, isn't it? Hey, they'll understand. Amen. Right, I'll return this bloody thing off. Oh, it's Malcolm! It's falling over.
Hello and welcome to our little spot for Cheryl Cree. Cheryl very kindly asked us both if we would come on and do a little set for Christmas.
I know, we're very excited to be able to do this. I even put my Christmas dress on, especially for the occasion.
I've got all sparkly shit.
No, it's been a very weird year. I think we took the decision on the 20th of March to because all our gigs got cancelled, we decided that we would start doing shows online and see if anybody wanted to watch. And it was just really to lift our spirits and a few folk that was stuck in the house, and that grew and we've done over 80 shows now, so it's been
amazing.
It's totally nuts. So yeah, we decided that we would do these online shows, and it took us to a whole new level of playing online, because normally we'd only ever putting up a video or two, and this is totally different for us.
We've had a roller coaster of a year, as well as losing all our work with coronavirus, as most musicians have, and having to rethink how we do our concerts going online. We've also had a smoke damaged house due to a neighbouring fire. So we've had
it's not actually funny.
We're able to laugh about it now, but
we moved house 8 times within the space of 10 weeks.
Yeah, I know, that's a bit more than me for usual, because I moved from the shed back to the house, and the shed back to the house, and the shed back to the house. But no within 10 weeks, you know. That's when Gemma kicks me out.
Oh, it's been a roller coaster. It's certainly a year we'll never forget, but hopefully it should end on all the right reasons.
So we're going to give you a wee set of tunes to cheer you all up, and we're going to do some Christmas tunes, starting with Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and hopefully you'll come to see us too this year.
Yeah, you never know. We've tried to be as good as we can.
And then Frosty the Snowman, hopefully we'll get some snow as well. I believe it's forecast in December, so we hope that will come. And then Jingle Bells, which is the old favourite, and we're going to finish with a Scottish reel called The Flowers of Edinburgh, so we hope you enjoy this. And I hope you're comfortable. It might take a couple of weeks. Tune isn't Christmassy at all, but we thought we'd just stick it in anyway because it's a cheery tune.
It's just a petty bit of waste chucked in.
I know, we're a bit mad sometimes, we do silly things like that. So anyway, we hope you all have a super Christmas, and we really thank Cheryl very much for inviting us to do this.
Yeah, it's just super. Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas. Cheers.
Hello. Like everyone, 2020 has not turned out exactly as I had anticipated. I was supposed to be on the road with Fascinating Aida this year and also launching my own new solo show at Riverside Studios. Like everybody, I found myself grounded at home. For me, home is Cornwall, and that has been a great privilege, I'm acutely aware. This next song is called My Favourite Year, ironically. Written by Michelle Borman and Karen Gottlieb, and features photographs by the brilliant Bob Berry, who's a local photographer who shows Cornwall in all of its glory. I hope that wherever you are, you have managed to stay well, stay healthy, stay safe, stay sane, and that you managed to have a gorgeous Christmas, and that 2021 is a damn sight better than this year. Lots of love. Merry Christmas.
Lynn McIver, and here I am in my piano shed where I spend most of my life now. Well, Christmas is almost upon us, and thank you to Gordon and Cheryl for inviting me to play a little something for you. And what I chose was not one of the guitar heroes of mine, but one of my piano heroes, Rick Wakeman. He was the guy who played the piano part on Bowie's Life on Mars. And what I've done is just take an idea from that and make it my own. I've added a little bit of visuals to it as well to make it a bit more interesting. So a happy Christmas to everybody, and I hope you enjoy.
Morning everyone, and a very Merry Christmas to you all. It's been a tough year for everyone this year, particularly those of us who work in the arts. We've lost all our concerts and performances, and for some people all their income. If you can possibly support us at this difficult time, we would greatly appreciate it. Meanwhile, I hope you'll sing along while I play Ding Dong Merrily on High.
Hi everyone, my name is Lynn Bellamy. I am a mezzo-soprano and I am absolutely delighted to be joining you today as part of this online performing advent calendar. To sum up 2020 for me as a performer, I would have to say it has been the most unsettling, difficult and bizarre year that none of us could ever have imagined. You go into a career in performing with the knowledge that there is a degree of uncertainty, that things can sometimes be up and down. But what none of us could have seen happening was that nearly everybody's diaries emptied overnight, and it has been that way for months now. Aside from the financial aspect of this and the worry that that has brought, it's just been a year where we haven't been able to perform with the other wonderful musicians that are on this Advent calendar, and many, many more besides that. We haven't been able to perform music together for you as a live audience in the same room for such a long time. That's why we do this job, because we love performing. We love the feeling of passing that on to an audience. It's just wonderful, and that has been something that I know all of us have missed terribly, and we can't wait to get back. I just want to say a huge thank you for watching these videos. The fact that you are here joining in online shows a huge amount of support to us all, and it's just the most wonderful feeling to know that we have people there that are supporting us and that are ready for us whenever we are able to all be in the same room performing for you again in the future. I chose the song that I'm going to sing today as we head into this festive time because so many of us as musicians love this time of year. We sing some of our favourite music, we perform some of our favourite pieces to audiences that are just wonderful, and we are missing out on that this year. I know that everybody at home is having a bit, if not a lot, of a strange Christmas, and I wanted to give this song as a song of hope that this year you will still have a lovely time, whatever you may be doing, and that Christmas in the future might make us feel that joy that we've missed out on so much this year. Thank you.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. make the Yuletide gay. From now on our troubles will be miles away. Here we was in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. And have yourself a merry little Christmas
Hello there, my name's John Bett and I'm an actor, writer and director for my sins, which must be many because I've had a terrible year. Just like everybody else, most of my work has been cancelled. So there we go. As they say in Britain, mustn't grumble, except of course we do. And in keeping with that bah humbug motif, here's a little poem I've written about Christmas in the central lowlands. Polite snow falls discreetly in Edinburgh, a strictly white affair. In Morningside and Marchmont there's a distinct nip in the air. There's a mist up in the Pentland Hills, it's creeping down from the ridge. Martin has postponed the Masonic do, Marjorie's cancelled the bridge. Our Christmas tree came from Norway. Its cost would make you blush. We've ordered the presents on Amazon. It's efficient. No bother, no fuss. We leave for the West Indies on Christmas Eve. Hors d'or medal we us. In Glasgow, in 2020. There's been plenty of weather, aye, plenty of rain, and rain, and rain again. I seen it on the window pane, pelting down fast and loose. I seen it out the window, for I never left the house. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to yous.
Wishing you all a very merry and safe Christmas for 2020.
Hi everyone, it's Alison here from the Swing Cats. Well, as you can see, the tree is up, the champagne is on ice, and Bing Crosby is singing. It must be Christmas. I'd like to wish you all the very best for the festive season, and the Swing Cats look forward to seeing everyone in 2021.
Hi, Nikki from the Swing Cats here. I just want to wish you all a very merry and well-deserved Christmas, and may 2021 bring you everything your hearts desire, and may you all be hale and hearty. Cheers.
Hi everyone, Laura here, wishing you all the best for Christmas and a peaceful and happy 2021. This is the Swing Cats rendition of Oh Johnny.
About a certain little lad, although he's very, very bad. He could be oh so good when he wanted to, bad good well he understood about love and other things. For every girl in town followed him around to hold his hand and sing. Oh Johnny, Johnny, how you can love. Oh Johnny, Johnny, heaven up above, way above. You make my sad heart jump with joy, and when you're near I just can't sit still another minute. Oh Johnny, Johnny, please tell me dear, what makes me love you so? You're not handsome, it is true, but when I look at you I just go Johnny, Johnny, Johnny mine. Johnny, please tell me dear, what makes me love you so? You're not handsome, it is true, but when I look at you I just go Johnny, oh Johnny, oh Johnny, oh Johnny.
just the same. What are you doing, New Year? New Year's Eve. Wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night, welcoming in the new year, New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of the 1,000 invitations you'll receive. Ah, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing, New Year? New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of the 1,000 invitations you'll receive. Ah, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing, New Year? New Year's Eve.
Hello there, my name is John Jack, and I just wanted to say a few words before my contribution to the Advent calendar plays. It's been a tough year for everyone, but professionally speaking, especially those in the arts and the performance sector. Not only have we seen the sort of decimation of our industry for understandable reasons, but we've also seen our government tell us that we're not viable. And that's a tough pill to swallow from a community who really kept the world going during the pandemic. You know, which one of us during that pandemic didn't watch a movie, didn't watch Netflix, didn't watch a DVD, didn't listen to music or read a book or enjoy a beautiful painting on the internet or whatever? These things are all created by artists, and in fact I would argue that really it was the artistic community that got us through that initial lockdown period with some semblance of sanity, and we were the ones who were suffering ourselves, and then to be told you're not viable was it certainly for me it stuck in the craw a bit. So I think this is a great thing that Gordon and Cheryl are doing with the Advent calendar, trying to raise awareness of our viability, of how important the arts are, and just how much those in the arts have suffered and are continuing to suffer throughout this crisis. I really applaud what they're doing. I was thrilled to be asked to be involved, and here's my contribution. It's a song called Stars, and it's from a musical I'm sure you all know very, very well. It's called Les Miserables. I hope you enjoy, and very Merry Christmas when it comes. Bye.
There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield till we come face to face. Till we come face to face. He knows his way in the dark. Mine is the way of the Lord. Those who follow the path of the righteous shall have their reward. And if they fall as Lucifer fell, the flame, the sword. Stars in your multitudes, scarce to be counted, filling the darkness with order and light. You are the sentinels, silent and sure, keeping watch in the night. Keeping watch in the night. You know your place in the sky. You hold your course and your aim, and each in your season returns and returns, and is always the same. And if you fall as Lucifer fell, you fall in flame. And so it must be, for so it is written on the doorway to paradise, that those who falter and those who fall must pay the price. Lord, let me find him, that I may see him safe behind bars. I will never rest till then. This I swear by the stars.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to our living room. Here's a little something from our house to yours.
Which is shamelessly stolen from Bill Evans.
Hello, it's Freddie Davis here at this special time of the year, and I'd like, if I may, to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and different Christmas to what we've experienced in the past, of course, and we all have to make some concessions. You know, over the years I've done many pantomimes, and pantomimes are very much in people's thoughts because of the fact that they're not taking place as they usually do around the country. My favourite memories from pantomime go back over 50 years, but one particular one at this time is very hot in my mind, and that's one I did with the lovely Barbara Windsor, Dame Barbara. I did a panto with her in 1976, and what a wonderful experience that was. It was a great panto in many ways because it also had a great cast. It was at the best pantomime venue in Great Britain, I believe, which is the Alhambra Bradford. I played Wishy Washy and lovely Barbara was Aladdin. It was a great season. We did about 10 weeks. But my abiding memory of her was, of course, the fact that she never, ever stopped working. On stage and off stage, she was just a bundle of energy. I've never known anybody work so hard in a show. She really did work hard. Great performer, Barbara, great performer. And all the accolades we hear about her are all absolutely true. I have a wonderful memory because just before the panto opened in Bradford, we were all invited, all the principals from the pantomime were invited to the annual Christmas party of the Harry Ramsden staff, of which they have dozens, well, hundreds probably. They had a huge venue in Guiseley, the Harry Ramsden shop, which would seat about between 500 and 600 people at a time. Amazing shop. And the cast of the pantomimes at the Alhambra Bradford were always afforded the luxury of being able to go and have free fish and chips at any times, all the way from home for Christmas. And for that, we sort of were obliged to go to this Christmas party, which was held one evening after our show finished. We just opened, I think. We've been open a couple of days. So off we all tripped to this lovely hotel in Ilkley, and I knew that I was going to be asked to say a few words. So I got Will Fife in the pit, Will Fife Jr., who was the son of the great Will Fife. He was our musical director, and I said, can you jot down this little rhyme for me? And I got all the staff of Harry Ramsden's to sing along with me. Having said thank you for inviting us, and we hope you have a wonderful Christmas, etc., I said, join in this particular song. And I'd written this little ditty when we're all going to Harry Ramsden's for our teas. We're all going to Harry Ramsden's and we're having mushy peas. Well, anyway, they seemed to like it, and the managing director was cajoled by Barbara, who said, here, you want to get him to record that song? So the following day, I got a call from the managing director of Harry Ramsden's, and he said, do you think it would make a record? I said, well, it would if I wrote a verse and a couple of more choruses. Let me see what I can do. So I wrote a little Yorkshire ditty about Harry Ramsden's, not intending that I should record it at all. But anyway, he came back to me and said, if you do a demo disc, we'll pay for it and we'll see if it's going to be any good. So I did a demo disc, took several members of the cast up to this little recording studio in Huddersfield, and Will Fife brought a couple of members from the orchestra pit, a drummer and a bass player, and we made this little demo record. Well, anyway, they seemed to love it. So they said, Freddie, go away and make us a record. So I made the record in the studios in Manchester with the most of the Halley Orchestra, and all the cast from the pantomime came and were all the backing singers. And we had just a great time making this record. It went like this.
We're all going to Harry Ramsden's for our teas. We're all going to Harry Ramsden's, and we're having what she needs.
Yeah, it was a very simple little ditty. Well, the pantomime was very, very successful at Alhambra Bradford. Barbara and I together, we just had such a wonderful time and enjoyed every minute of it. And from there on, Barbara always called me H. Freddie Parrot, she used to say, bless her. I remember on the opening night, the curtain fell and she looked at me, and I won't use the words that she actually said, but she actually said to me, "God blimey, you never told me you were going to be funny." Dear Barbara Windsor, God rest her soul, bless her. And she's up there now, having a go at them all and probably entertaining them.
We're all coming back home for Christmas. We'll be having lots of fun. We're all coming back home for Christmas.
Shona. I'm really happy to be invited to take part in this little project by Cheryl and Gordon. It's such a nice idea, a little sweetener for the end of what's been a crazy year. I'm going to play on my flute and some electronics I have here. Nothing's pre-recorded, I'm just capturing little samples from the flute and processing them to create some different sounds. This is my arrangement of Kate Rusby's Sweet Bells. Merry Christmas!
Hi everyone, just want to say hello. It's been such a challenging year, but thanks to Gordon and Cheryl, we have a chance to be in touch and send our best wishes to each other. Actors, singers, dancers, musicians, sound, lighting, stage crew, technicians, and so many other people, in fact all of the people that help to keep our theatres and the arts thriving. I think we have a spirit between us, so let's hope between us that it won't be too long before we can ignite that spirit into action. My darling husband wrote a lyric to a song for Christmas, and I'd like to share that with you. It's called A Single Flake. A single flake makes its journey from the sky. In many ways, it tells the tale of you and I. As it flutters back and forth and to and fro, and when it lands becomes a part of snow, and so plays its part in Christmas. A single flake turns our Christmas to the sun. Two single hearts begin to melt to be as one. Skating on our lake of dreams, we to and fro with winter's moon to light our Christmas snow, and so play our part in Christmas. Darling, All it takes for you and me, you see, is loving all those things we need to see and be. Christmas is the time, the day, the shining star. So let's rejoice, be happy, no matter where you are. A single flake awakens joyful Angelus. We see the good and hear the glorious. Christmas heals the loneliness of winter days and comes to all who sing and all who praise, and so play its part in Christmas. So sending you lots of love and wishing you a happy, healthy, peaceful Christmas, and let's hope for some joy for the new year. God bless.
Hi, I'm Helen Wilding. It's wonderful to be able to do this advent calendar. Like many people, this year has been crazy for me and my husband. We both work in the arts. I have a one-woman show and my husband works as a theatre musician. In March, within a matter of days, we lost 100% of our work for the upcoming year. Now, it's been really difficult at times, but we've done what a lot of musicians and performers have done during this time. We've dug deep, we've been creative, we've continued to do what we can to keep a roof over our heads and to live in hope that it will return next year, and we will. We're going to come back stronger and better than ever. Now, for my song today, I thought I would do something that means a lot because I think children singing together is one of the most important things in musical education, and it's something that's not happening this year at all for many reasons. So I thought I would dig back into my archives and find a time when I sang with my mother's junior choir. And with a little bit of jiggery-pokery, I've managed to bring that to life today and sing with them right now. Merry Christmas.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to of our dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the Spirit felt its worth. Rejoices, oh yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices. Oh night divine, Father, his word is love, and his promise is peace. Chains he shall break, for her slave is a brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we with all our hearts. We praise your holy name. Christ is the Lord. Now praise his name forever. His power and
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays! Bye. Merry Christmas.
Hello, I'm Joanna Tope, and I love Christmas. And whilst we've had the most awful year, so Christmas will be different, but the reason it will be different is because we are going to be so full of hope that the arts are going to return in all their glory next year. They'll return to us, and they'll return to us as a nation, because every human being the whole world over needs the arts as much as they need food and drink. I'm going to read you a little poem. It's called In the Week When Christmas Comes by Eleanor Fargen. This is the week when Christmas comes. Let every pudding burst with plums, and every tree bear dolls and drums in the week when Christmas comes. Let every hall have boughs of green, with berries glowing in between, in the week when Christmas comes. Let every doorstep have a song, sounding the dark streets along, in the week when Christmas comes. Let every steeple ring a bell with a joyful tale to tell, in the week when Christmas comes. Let every night put forth a star to show us where the heavens are, in the week when Christmas comes. Let every pen enfold a lamb, sleeping warm beside its dam, in the week when Christmas comes. This is the week when Christmas comes. Have a hopeful one.
Exactly 12 o'clock that night, welcoming in the New Year, New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose. Out of 1,000 invitations you but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's Eve? What are you doing New Year's Eve?
For Christmas, I bought my aunt a brand new wooden leg. I didn't have it specially made, just bought it off the peg. You may say, it's not the nicest gift, it's hardly going to thrill her. But it's not the only thing I gave. It was just a stocking filler. Merry Christmas, everyone. And remember, the 3 rules of Christmas. Number 1, don't overspend or get into debt trying to show someone that you love them. Love doesn't work like that. Number 2, don't go home to visit your family if it damages your mental health. And number 3, if someone comments on your weight, eat them.
Things I need to talk about, I want you to hear. I'm feeling kind of sad and I can do it some cheer. Said, hey, Mr. Snowman, lend me your ears. Hey, Mr. Snowman, lend me your eyes. I don't like what I see when I am looking through mine. And maybe while you're at it, you could lend me your mind. I said, hey, Mr. Snowman, lend me your eyes. I wrote my list to Santa like I do every year. Everything I ask him seems to fall in their fear. So I guess that's what I'm doing here. I said, hey, Mr. Snowman, lend me your heart. Cause one his bed is broken, so I need a new part. Yours isn't any colder, don't you give me a start. I said, hey, Mr. Snowman, lend me your heart. Swims being painted. I wrote a list to Santa like I do every year. I know he's kinda busy, but you think he will hear.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to
Hi there, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, however it is that you celebrate at this time of year. And it is important that we really celebrate the sheer fact that we got through 2020, isn't it? My name's Ruth Connell and I'm a wee actor for my sins, as John Bett I think said to you in an earlier Advent calendar message, and my sins too must be many, for I play the Queen of Hell on Supernatural. But anyway, I'm here with Rudolph and my little tree in quarantine in Edinburgh for the holidays with my family, and my mum made me clear out some old boxes from the attic whilst I was here before she threatened to clear me out if I didn't do it. So I found this book that I got as a Christmas present many years ago after I studied Norman McCaig at high school, and he came to our high school and he was just, what a cool dude he was. He was quite an old man at that time, no longer with us. So anyway, I'm going to read his poem, November Night, Edinburgh. Now I know it's December, but I think it'll do just fine. The night tinkles like ice in glasses. Leaves are glued to the pavement with frost. The brown air fumes at the shop windows, tries the door and sidles past. I gulp down winter raw. The heady darkness swirls with tenements in a brown fuzz of cotton wool. Laps feed up crags, die into pits. Frost in my lungs is harsh as leaves scraped up on paths. I look up. There, a high roof sails at the masthead, fluttering a grey and ragged star. The world's a bear shrugged in its den. It's snug and close in the snoring night. And outside, like chrysanthemums, the fog unfolds its bitter scent. That was November Night, Edinburgh by Stormin Norman McCaig, as we called him at school. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Wishing you and yours all the very best for 2021. Lots of love.
Hello, my name's Walter Blair, and I'm going to play Song Without Words, number 1 by Mendelssohn.
Ballad of the Pissed Off Guy. The world is ground to a halt from Cairo to Kentucky. It's that Corona's fault. Mad with it on the bucky. Bored out my skull in the house, watching pish on the telly, eyeing a ball of grouse. Resolve turning to jelly. What's a man to do? What's a man to do? What's a man to do but get food? The weans are running riot. The wife, she's doing my tits in. Nae chance of peace and quiet, I tell you, it's the pitsman. So I slink off to my shed, like a pox-ridden leper, my head stappit fu' wi' dread, lonesome as Sergeant Pepper. What's a man to do? What's a man to do? What's a man to do but get food? Reaching for a single malt, cocooned on a cobwebbed shelf. It's that Corona's fault. I'm a shadow of myself, but with one swirl of the glass and one sip of Uskabe, what lingers will quickly pass, what festers will fade away. What's a man to do? What's a man to do? What's a man to do but get food? COVID, do me a favour. You and your 18 heavies. Leave me in peace to savour the joy of a few bevies. Fleeting may be the relief. Hang over a long spit roast, but I'll douse the flames of grief with this water of life toast. What's a man to do? What's a man to do? What's a man to do but get food?
So it's a very
Merry Christmas
from the Hendersons.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn I heard such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, and a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in an instant it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles the coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the pawing and prancing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was all dressed in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they sparkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up in a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I smiled when I saw him in spite of myself. But a wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but got straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose, and sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle. Then they all flew away, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as they flew out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." There's a candle in the window, there's a legend we believe, Santa hears our plea, you can bet that he wouldn't miss a Christmas Eve. There's a stocking on the fireplace, there are presents we receive, there is mistletoe where each Romeo steals a kiss on Christmas Eve. In the corner on a table underneath a shining star is the holy Christmas stable and 3 wise men from afar. All this holiday contentment, all this love should never leave. We'd be doing right if we made each night much more like Christmas Eve. In a corner on a table, underneath a shining star, is the holy Christmas stable and 3 wise men from afar. All this holiday contentment, all this love should never leave. We'd be doing right if we made each night much more like Christmas Eve. Have a happy Christmas Eve, everyone.
Greetings to Cheryl and Gordon from John Rutter, speaking from my home, I must admit, some way south of the border, but very honoured to have been invited to be part of your Advent calendar. So it's been a rough year, but you can't keep a good musician down, and you are about to witness an extraordinary display of high spirits and virtuosity from percussion legend Heather Corbett, on the xylophone, no less. Now, that was the instrument that granddaddy of all percussionists, Jimmy Blades, who I'm sure Heather remembers as fondly as I do, he always insisted on calling it the xylophone, but we generally call it the xylophone. And now, I have made a long and deep study of the technique of the instrument. Not many people know that. And if you had told me that Heather is going to play The Flight of the Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov, I would have said no, completely impossible, it's unplayable. So just hang on to your seats and listen to this. Take it away, Heather.
Christmas.
How did you see that?
Through the letterbox.
Hello everybody and welcome to my wee box. Well, what a shiter this year has been, eh? Am I wrong? Nobody can argue with that. Oh, it was all right at first, wasn't it? Right back in March, take you back to March, and it was quite exciting. You got to go out for an hour a day, and you got to see people you maybe hadn't seen before in your street, and you would go, oh, this is terrible, isn't it terrible? Did you see the queue at the Tesco? Oh, it was terrible. I had to wait for an hour, and then you got to do the Zoom calls, and you couldn't work out the Zoom calls at all, and you'd be like that. Am I in it? No. Is it just the top of my head? Or about your boobs? Or maybe you could even plug it in? Or you would always be on mute. And you would laugh. You're on mute again. And then in May, you were a Zoom expert. You could do anything. You could do a party. You could do a quiz. Oh, it was great. See now, I hate Zoom. I can't stand Zoom. And then, of course, what about clapping for the NHS? Oh, mind of that, everybody out on their doorsteps, come on NHS, and we were all getting behind everybody. And then that one night I missed it. I was watching the telly and I forgot. My neighbours the next day, I thought they were going to lynch me. And then it all started to feel quite uncomfortable clapping for the NHS, but I didn't want to miss it again because I'd missed it that once, and I kept doing it, and my arsehole was as tight as I think it's ever been, but I clapped and I clapped. And then all the people who never get any money for maybe 8 or 9 months, but we don't need to worry because we're all getting told you can retrain if you're in the arts. I mean, retrain, work in IT. So that was good, and that just made everything okay. And now here we are. It's the end of the year and there's a vaccine. And 2021's looking quite good. I think 2021's going to be smashing. It couldn't be any worse. So I would like to say to all you talented, creative, funny, brilliant, hard-working, motivated people out there, cheers and all the very best. Merry Christmas and a happy 2021.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus, he's coming to town. Frosted red How'd you like to spend Christmas on Christmas Island? How'd you like to take a holiday away across the sea? How'd you like to spend Christmas on Christmas Island? How'd you like to hang your stocking on a great big coconut tree? How'd you like to stay up late like the islanders do? Wait for Santa to sailing with his stocking in a canoe. If you ever spend Christmas on Christmas Island, you'll never stray, 'cause every day your Christmas dreams come true. On Christmas Island, may your Christmas dreams come true.
To borrow a quote from Amnesty International, it is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. As President of Equity, I would like first of all to say an enormous thank you to the extraordinary members of my union and the wider entertainment industry for showing such incredible courage and fortitude and resilience over this past year, and for bringing such a great amount of light into the darkness of other people's worlds. And also I would like to say thank you for bringing light into our world, the world of the people who work in the entertainment industry, from all of those who have continued to be our audience, who have supported us by watching the live stream performances and donating money when asked, buying tickets for live streamed box office events, from watching wonderful shows that we have had the opportunity to see again because of the pandemic, for listening to the radio, and for continuing to make us feel that the job that we do is not only worthwhile, but absolutely essential for the health of the nation and for the nation to go on into 2021, which we hope, of course, will be full of much, much more light and much, much less darkness. At this time of the turn of the year, very, very best wishes to all. And if you have a God, may your God go with you.
Hello. I've been invited by Gordon and Cheryl Cree to contribute something to their online advent calendar, which of course I'm delighted to do. I will be passing the baton over to my alter ego, Dr. Evadne Hinge, as she is far more equipped to handle this kind of thing than am I. Before I do, as the original grumpy old man, I would like to raise a couple of little points. Could someone tell television announcers that the word is February and not February, that it is secretary and not secretary, and that there is no such thing as an adaptation, it's an adaptation. Oh, and while we're on the subject, I would be delighted if TV cooks could learn how to say chorizo or chorizo, not chorizo, not bloody pizza. Anyway, over to Dr. Hinge, who will give you some advice on dealing with your business and your employment during the coronavirus epidemic. Thank you.
Now, if you receive a call from your employer, and he tells you that you've got to work from home, it's a waste of time to think about a lawyer. It's the way things are, you're not allowed to roam. Maybe you've the kind of job you've always hated, and the boss is always telling you you're late.
Yes, you're late.
And he's promised you that you'll be compensated. Though he's not too sure how long you have to wait. Aha! You can spend your day relaxing in the sun. An employee's lot can be a happy one. But if you are self-employed, it's more involving, Mr. Carson, and the situation isn't quite as clear. You will have some issues that will need resolving, Mrs. Patmore, but the government will back you, never fear. We've assured you that they'll cover your expenses, and you won't be out of pocket in the end. But the date when you'll receive these recompenses is uncertain. If you're worried, phone a friend. As your balance dwindles daily down to none, an employer's lot is not a happy one. If you're over 65, things might be better. If you placed all your investments in a trust, till the day when you receive that nasty letter saying, sorry mate, the company has gone bust. So you borrow 50 smackers from your mother. Though she's 93, you're still a favourite son. Just take one consideration with another. Will the food bank still be open if you run? When the cupboard's bare, it's not a lot of fun. A retiree's lot's a miserable one.
Merry Christmas to all of you. It'll be a strange Christmas this year for all of us. We've got to make the best of it. So I promised my granddaughter again that I would read another story for her. I want to say thank you to all of you who have read The Gruffalo. It's over 1 million readings of it, which is fantastic. Never expected that to happen. And in between times, I was asked if I would be willing to do another Scottish translation of another of my favourite stories. And so I have, and I said I would read it for you. And this is a new collection of Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales in Scots. Some fantastic writers. Val McDermid, James Robertson, Matthew Fitz, I mean loads of brilliant people. A great book with all these favourite fairy tales, and I was able to do one of my favourites, which is The Princess and the Bee, right? Except in Scots it's called A Totally Princessy Princess, okay? So I am going to read it for you now. I hope you like it anyway. Enjoy. Once upon a time there was a posh prince who wanted to marry a totally princessy princess. In the days there were hundreds of princesses cutting about the place, so it should have been dead easy for him to find one. But it wasn't. Most of the princesses he met weren't bad looking, and they had all their best clays and jewels. Most of them even knew how to drink their tea with their wee pinkies sticking out. But it takes more than drinking your tea with your wee pinkies sticking out. Drinking your tea like a posh bird to prove that you're a pure princess. Especially to a dead, picky, posh prince. The posh prince just couldn't find a princess who was princessy enough. So he chucked the whole idea and decided he was going to get married after all. One night there was a huge storm. The rain was bucketing down, and there was a chap at the palace front door. The prince could only open it a tiny wee bit because the wind and the rain were battering it that hard, and in fell this totally drooked princess. Well, she said she was a princess, but she'd no royal brolly with her, or royal wellies, or royal handbag. What was she doing stoating about in the rain in a big storm for anyway? A real princess? Who are you kidding? Said the old queen under her breath. Well, it turned out that this princess was a stoater. Even though she was wringing wet and her nose was blue with the cold, she was coughing and wheezing, and she'd a cold in her chest too. She shouted that she could fair go a nice hot lemon instead of a royal gin, and then she asked if she could stay the night. Oh, come on, thought the old queen as she watched the lassie coughing and wheezing. That's definitely no princess behaviour, is it? I'll sort this out, nae bother. I'll gie her my real princess test. So the old queen snuck up to the spare bedroom and pulled all the sheets, duvet and mattress off the bed. Then she put a wee single green pea, dried, no tint, onto the bed, and then piled 20 mattresses, one on top of the other. After that, she put 20 heavy blankets on top of the mattresses, and then the sheets, pillows and duvet on top of the lot. Let's see if she can feel that wee pea through all that, 'cause that's my real princess test, said the old queen. Now, nobody has got a scooby how the princess even got up onto that bed. It was that high, she must have used a rope ladder or stilts. Look at that. Look how high it is. But when she came downstairs in the morning, the old queen asked the only question that mattered. Did you sleep well, your royal highness? What? Gurned the princess. Are you having a laugh? I've never laid my royal nap on a less comfy bed. I'm black and blue from head to toe and I haven't had a wink of sleep. Oh, crumbs, said the queen. Oh, no, it wasn't, said the princess. It actually felt more like a pea. Well, only a real princessy princess would have felt a pea through all the bedclothes. She had passed the real princessy princess test. That's magic, said the prince. Go on and marry me hen. And they get married the very next day. But first the prince had to buy a new bed, queen-sized, with an AP guarantee. So, what happened to the actual pea then? Well, it's now on display in the Royal Curiosity Kist for all the world to see. That's a real princess story about a pure, picky, posh prince. Maybe the princess deserves somebody better. Maybe she didn't. All depends what you think of princesses and picky princes. I love that story. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Hi everybody, it's Feargus here. Just want to wish everybody a happy, peaceful, rejuvenating Christmas. I know I'm looking forward to listening to all the fantastic music that will no doubt be broadcast on the radio, television, YouTube, so on and so forth. My great friend and colleague Jeffrey Tanti joined me last week to record a Mozart sonata for piano and violin, and we had a good time doing it, so I'd just like to share a movement from that sonata with you. Take care.